Welcome back to Team Fat Kid Choose the Fat. Oh, that was a crispy one. I like it. I like it. Thank you very much. This is Jason.
This is Alex.
This is Dennis.
This is Dooley.
And we're just going to jump right into this fucking shit. What? We got a new table.
Yeah,
We got a new table.
We got a new table. You can go check it out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of the Insta-Face Twitter.
It's got all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, well, we're still...
No, I lied. We're still working on cup holders.
Cup holders are coming. I ordered a new chair.
Uh-oh.
I'm excited about that. So I got a new chair on the way for this podcast.
Oh, shit.
So, Dennis, how the fuck was your week?
Damn it, I thought I'd be skipping first. Yeah.
I thought that's what he said. Like when he was like, "We're gonna jump right into this," he was like, "We got a new table." I was like, "Oh, switch up."
Yeah, it's a switch up. It's a curveball today. Yeah, it was decent.
Roomy over here. I got some space. No, sorry,
You're all by yourself now, pretty much over there.
It's not even by myself. Dooley's still right beside me, but it's like I don't have like a 1 foot section of table
Right beside you. Dooley's like 2 feet away. He just takes up a lot of space.
He does take up a fuck ton of space.
How rude.
I'm not saying you're fat, Dooley.
Words hurt.
A lot of fucking space.
Just look at your elbows right now. They're out.
Tuck him in, bro.
You're like a winged bird, like an albatross.
It's like eating next to somebody. It's like eating next to somebody who's left-handed.
This is my center console armrest. Get the fuck off.
Fine.
All right, Dennis, go ahead, buddy.
No, it was a good week and everything. Tried out some different recipes and everything. I did my meatloaf the other night, and I found a sauce that you would not think would be good on a meatloaf, but actually turned out really good. The sweet Thai chili sauce.
Okay.
That, like, literally, because it caramelized.
You'd be surprised what I know about sweet Thai chili sauce.
Well, yes, I understand that, but I'd never thought about putting that on, a meatloaf of all things. But at the same time, it caramelized perfect and everything. The flavor it worked great because it was a hot Italian and jalapeno bacon cheddar sausage and ground chuck mixture for the meatloaf. But yeah, no, work wasn't really that busy because unfortunately, we had snowpocalypse last week and everything.
That whole 2 inches of snow.
What 2 inches? It didn't even cover the grass in my house.
I got a good dusting.
But
Yeah.
I got lucky though because I was off that day anyway, so I had to put up the traffic.
Did you go play in the snow?
The world did go crazy.
No. I tried to slip on some ice, but that didn't work. But a coworker of mine did find the one spot of ice and everything in Virginia Beach and slipped and fell, busted up his ankle, and got pretty much his entire jacket full of mud.
Nice.
Good job, sir.
Cold
Of course,
mud.
Of course,
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I didn't even go outside that day.
It was priceless though, because it made it even better. Because like the next morning, whenever I picked him up to go to work, all I see is him like hobbling along to get to the car and everything. And I'm like, oh, so your new Indian name runs with a gimp. But no, yeah, it wasn't really that busy the week and everything, just because everybody's afraid of the snow apocalypse and everything. They're like not getting burger or anything like that. They're going and getting bread and milk from the damn grocery stores.
Again,
I know.
why, dude? If you're gonna lose fucking power, man, the milk's the first thing that's gonna fucking go.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, if they've got a gas stove and everything, you can make French toast and everything for breakfast. And
Yeah, but every time you open the fridge, you shorten the lifespan.
truth, very, very true, very true.
Look, motherfucker, I
You
got
throw
a
it outside.
bathtub and
I
a
guess
lot
you
of
could-
ice, all
I
right?
guess it snowed, man. I guess you could just put the shit outside.
If it's frozen
It's
outside,
less
then
than,
we're
it's
good.
less
Where's
than
my
40
beer?
degrees.
It's outside.
It's 36 degrees out there. We're good.
We had a really mild winter, though.
Yeah, we did.
The last couple.
And
years.
this is the first snowfall we've had this year.
And I was like thinking, because like usually, like in the wintertime, it's like when you buy your beer before work and you just leave it in the car.
Yeah.
And then when you get, on the way home, it's fucking cold. But we haven't had that.
I still do that in the
We haven't
summertime.
had.
It's called, you got a cooler with ice in the back and everything, so the ice melts and
No, see,
everything.
that's called planning. We don't do that well here. We have ideas, not plans, all right?
Throw your beer in the back of the car. It's 32 degrees outside. Your beer's gonna be perfectly cold by the time you get home.
Dennis, that's called drunk on a go.
Don't you come up with words.
You're not paid to come up with words, Dooley.
That was me putting together 2 words and putting in between them.
Where's that round of applause?
We're so proud of him. So much better now that we can see the screen.
Yeah, now you guys can actually see what I'm doing.
I know.
So, like, just to describe the table real fast, we have a huge wooden table that our friend Dustin built for us, and with a big logo in the middle. And now we have a pole with monitors in the middle, so we can all keep track of what Dooley's doing.
Oh, wait. Unless I do this.
You just hit the clap
Damn.
button. Good job.
So sweet.
Yeah.
And then...
All right.
I'm assuming that was the pig squeal.
No, that's
No.
the re.
So what's untitled? Good to know. You realize that I'll know what it is next week, right? I'll just listen to this and be like, oh, that's what untitled
Okay.
is. Got it.
Anything else, Dennis?
Nah, it was, like I said, it wasn't really that busy of a week.
Okay. Who wants to go next, Alex? The whole rotation of the table's jacked up now.
Yeah.
That's what
everybody-
I figured I'd be going almost last. I was like, hey.
Oh, yeah, I'll go.
The platform didn't change. It's just where you're sitting changed.
This is not... This is going to sound like complaining, but this is just explaining restaurant work life.
Okay.
So I've been working what feels like a lot lately. And I think I said this last week because it's just been true lately. But I feel like I've been working a lot. I'm there almost every day, like 6-7 days a week. Last week was fortunately 6, and this week is fortunately 6, but was going to be 7. A lot of coworkers of mine have had deaths in the family recently. And I run a skeleton staff to begin with. So
Most restaurants do, though.
having 2 people out at the same time, one front of the house and one back of the house, is troublesome. And then to have a third run into the mix as well really kind of takes its toll. So what sucks about that, though, is I'm there 7 days a week, or 6, usually. And my paychecks don't reflect it. Like, I just feel like I'm there all the time. I'm driving back and forth. Like, I had to go to work 3 separate times this weekend on one day. Like, I went in, I left, I came back, I left, and I came back. And so, I mean, I feel like I'm there all the time, but I'm really not making the hours. I'm just driving twice as much, I guess.
So you're wasting the
Yeah,
gas.
I'm just wasting gas, and it's
So is the new vehicle better on gas than the...
Oh, it's about the same,
About the
honestly.
same?
My passport should have been better on gas, but it had a lot of problems. I think I usually got about 17 miles to the gallon in my passport. And with my new V8, although it does take premium, which is a little more expensive,
Just a little.
I generally get 18 to 20 miles to the gallon. So I'm actually getting better gas mileage, just paying a little bit more for gas. So I did take it into the shop today. They're doing some repairs real quick. It's an electric plasma lighter thing.
Yeah.
That was the sound that you heard in your head. It freaked you out. Like, what the? We're being attacked! Insect bees from... whatever.
The killer bees are finally here.
Yeah.
From China.
From Wu-Tang?
But yeah, I don't know. I'm tired all the time now. I'm run down.
It's because you're getting old, bitch.
I don't know, man. Being at work all the time, anybody gets run down. But
Yeah, I agree.
I need like a 3-day vacation. Just I need to take some time off, go camping, or just drive 6 hours somewhere and find them.
With the camping shit, dude.
I like camping.
Hey, that's not a fucking vacation.
I disagree. See, here's the thing.
That's unpaid work.
Here's the thing.
Now I gotta hunt for my food.
They wanna
What? See
go
what?
glamp-
All right. Well, hold on.
They want to go glamping. That's
There
what
are
it is.
they want to glamp.
Yeah.
There are campsites that are
Bitch, I want to stay in a fucking hotel. Not glamping. I want fucking running water. I want to poop in a toilet that flushes.
I was gonna say there's porta potties. There are definitely campsites that are like 20 or 30 minutes from like a Walmart. So like you could still like drive into town and pick up like, yo, I want some fucking Cheetos. Like let me get them cheese puffs, bro.
I didn't catch any fish today. I guess I'm going to the fish market.
I mean, yes, I do tend to go fishing. I definitely do tend to eat what I catch, but that's not the only thing I do. I'll definitely go out and buy fucking steak and then just take it back to the campsite. Like,
You're not hunting down cows?
no, although where I camp, there are cows on the banks. I could definitely shoot one, although I might get arrested.
We're hunting the
I got this
elusive
fresh cow,
today.
bruh.
Make sure you bring Dennis.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm gonna need you to break this bitch down.
Well, it seems like Dennis is the only one at this table that likes to go camping. So
yeah, go camping, fishing, and everything.
yeah, so Dennis and I just might go camping, and we'll send you photos and videos of Team Fat Kid camping experience while you guys are in, a hotel.
Y'all using the same tent?
You guys have microphones.
Same
and,
sleeping bag?
bitch, I got 3 tents alone. Like
And
one's
one
for
sleeping
my
bag.
food and shit. Like,
You say one for food?
yeah, literally, it's a 1-person single small tent, just a little like 6-foot tent. It's 6 by like 3. I don't know. It's the smallest.
I thought you hung your food from trees to like keep the bears away.
I don't have to worry about bears.
Oh.
I'm not. Yeah, so I put my food in a separate tent in case like raccoons or something come to get it in the middle of the night. Like I just don't want to be woken up by some feral raccoon. Like
I'm eating that motherfucker too.
I would. Fuck it. I just I don't know. Do you want to be woken up like that, though? Like, you're just in your sleeping bag, and, like, you wake up, and, like, 3 inches from your face is just this raccoon? Like,
You know how I wake up? This is your wake-up call.
no, okay, Dooley.
This is your wake-up call. It's 12 o'clock. You probably want to get your day started.
Other than that, I mean, I don't know. It's
You missed breakfast.
just been a busy week, I guess.
All right. Dooley?
A long week of stuff.
You want to talk about Tuesday? Or we'll come back to that? You wanna just...
Okay.
No?
I was 3 hours late.
Big surprise.
Dooley late. No, never.
Hey, it
Which in turn made me 5 hours early, Dooley.
Yeah, didn't you know? Here's your wake-up call.
Definitely got that, motherfucker.
Probably like 3 of them.
When the restaurant supervisor is cooking, because not only was Dooley late, the line cook was late.
Oh, beautiful.
So
all staying together?
the restaurant supervisor calls me, and like,
Okay, so hold on. So I just want to get this straight because I know that you said that you had to go in 5 hours early, which means that you were definitely the PM shift.
yeah,
So you probably went in at like noon, 1?
noon. Yeah, I was scheduled to be there. at
So
noon.
Dooley was the 5 a.m. opener.
Yes.
So not only did you get woken up on Tuesday, day after Monday, to an unexpected you have to be in early.
Excuse me on my part. I also was not scheduled Tuesday.
That is true. He was off Tuesday, but he agreed to switch the shift with the executive chef who had fucking pneumonia.
So all I heard was agreed to switch the shift.
Yeah,
so that
he
is now
accepted.
your shift.
So now it's your shift.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
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 So the restaurant supervisor calls me, and like I wake up like, why is my alarm going off at 6 a.m.? Like, you know, that kind of shit. And I was like, hello? And she's like, Dooley's not here. No one can get a hold of him. The line cook's not here. No one can get a hold of him. She's like, I'm cooking. She's like, but I also have tables, and I can't do this all day.
You remember back in the day when you tried to find Dooley, you just called his sister? Wake him up. I know he's there.
So I was like, all right, and I'm 20 minutes out from the job. So it takes me 10 minutes to get ready, 20 minutes to get there. It's 30 minutes before I'm going to be there to help you out.
Good luck with them pancakes and eggs.
Yeah, I'm like, all right. I was like, all right. Because, and the thing, like, okay.
You're on the honor system at that point. Like, you just put out a buffet. Like, I'll keep the food coming. I just need you to put a stamp down with your room number.
Like, so we, like, you get those phone calls, and it's like, it's an emergency. But then they want to keep talking. Like, she calls me.
They want to tell you how bad it is for 5 minutes.
Well, she calls me, and she's like, did you get my text message? And I'm like, no.
It's 5 o'clock in the
Yeah,
morning.
it's
I'm
like,
asleep.
I'm on the phone now. I was like, what's up? She's like, you didn't get my message? Like, no, you want to tell me what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm like, at this point, I'm like already sitting up like, this is
Mad that you're awake.
I know something's wrong, and I'm going to have to go there. So, like, I'm already like, all right, like getting into that mind frame, like, I'm fucking barely awake, and I was like, just tell me what the fuck is going on so I can help you. Like, did the computer system crash? Like, no, Dooley's not fucking here. And I was like, fuck me, man. And, like, of course, I called Dooley before I get out, you know, all right, I'm going to call him. So I called him as I'm getting ready. All right, maybe he'll answer me, you know. And, like, because I don't want to, I'm going to be even more mad if I show up and he's there.
And he's there. Oh, yeah.
I don't blame you on that one.
So, like, I get in, like, right before I get in the car, I call Dooley one more time before I pull out of the driveway. He was like, now I'm driving. I was like, well, fuck, now I'm committed. I'm going in. On the bright side, I did get a whole Chinese quart container of bacon grease that day. Cause,
Hell yeah.
Because my job was cooking bacon. So what else, Dooley? Sorry, I kind of stole that shit from you.
Well,
Wanna
he
talk
wasn't going to tell the story of why he was 3 hours late, so somebody had to.
Well, he wasn't there, so that wasn't part of his week. It was part of mine.
That's true.
That's fair, actually. That's kind of a fair assessment right there.
Okay. The rest of my week.
So you were off Wednesday.
I slept all day.
Hey, that's a great day. I'm not going to.
What was it, Friday? I had a 15-hour shift.
Yeah, that was a long one.
That was long. Just long with nothing going on in the morning time or lunch. And then, oh yeah, the plate up is at 8 p.m.
That moved too. That wasn't supposed to be 8 p.m.
Yeah, it was like 7 or something like that.
So they bumped it back an hour. And like, when did people start eating so damn late?
They're Spanish.
I mean, okay, I eat late. Normal people don't eat.
Yeah, you're right. Normal people do not.
Normal people eat like, around 6, 6:30, like after work, you go home, you prepare dinner for the kids and you're what 2.5 kids?
Normal people probably also eat breakfast at like 8 in the morning, but
Not 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
normal people probably eat breakfast.
True.
Do you eat breakfast?
No.
I don't either.
On a rare occasion, I will.
I eat.
What was it?
I
3 cups
consistently-
of coffee and a cigarette?
And then 3 cups of coffee.
Yeah, that's right. That's there you go. That's breakfast. I don't know.
I just, like, my first meal is dinner.
Well, I feel like I usually get one sometime around lunch, and I feel like I also don't classify like what food I eat by breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Cake for breakfast.
Like it'll be dinner, and I'm just like, man, Cinestack pancakes from IHOP sounds good. Like,
Well, breakfast for dinner is a good thing.
well,
I
I'll do
just
dinner for
graze.
breakfast. I don't give a shit. Pull the brisket off. Let's. What time did we start it? Yesterday. Sounds good.
Brisket
All right.
and mashed potatoes at 8 a.m. Let's do this shit.
You got all day to do the dishes. Fuck it.
If you throw an egg on it, it's technically breakfast.
Right? Right? Put some toast on the side.
All right, so, yeah, Dooley, that fucking shift sucked. I know it did. I could see it in your face.
Yeah, fucking.
But we still stopped and had drinks. That was fun.
What was the best part of your shift? When it was done and I got drunk.
Like, Dooley got off work, and, like, he left, and I was there for, I don't know, maybe, like, an hour and a half after that, and I was like, all right, everything's done. Like,
There was like 45 minutes, and then you text me, and I was
yeah,
like,
well, I text you, like, did you go home, or are you at the bar?
"Yeah,
He
you're,
was
you're like, are you here or are you
like,
at home?"
at
Yeah,
Alex's
I know.
place of employment. we're
And then,
like,
and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna have this last beer, then I'm gonna leave. And then Jason's like, "You still up there?" I'm like, "No, we haven't had a beer together since Monday." So
It's been forever.
4 days. Too long. So,
but that was my week.
Jason?
Yesterday that was fucking boring.
dude,
me and Jason both get to work, and I'm like ready to start prepping
it's
shit
like
up.
you're a little angry, but you're kind of happy at the same fucking
Yeah,
time.
you're just kind of just getting money to do nothing really. We get there, like they have fried chicken, baked chicken,
Mac and cheese,
all
sweet
this other
potatoes,
shit.
collard greens.
and we get there, and I look at the
Shit that's not really in our wheelhouse.
I get there and I look at the BEO.
We got
and
the fried
everything.
chicken and baked chicken and mac and cheese, but them yams and fucking collard greens, dude, like we're swinging at it. Like,
Dude, I get there
love collard greens.
and
Me
I
too.
look at the BEO. Done. Done.
We got there at 1.
Yeah, I got there. Well, like 12:50, 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
Somewhere.
like 'cause I had to go to the store. So when I got back, Dooley was there, and the executive chef had basically knocked all the prep out.
Literally, it was just start cooking at 3.
Yeah, it was like, all right, so like all the prep was done, and it was like, all right, so we'll start frying chicken around 3:30. Like, so I'm here
Until then, we're just gonna.
for
And there's
2.5 hours.
There's no banquet today.
So I got bored. So that's when the don't be or stop being a creeper fucking yoga pants came up on the fucking Team Packet website.
And it's scary that some dude said, "I'll wear them."
Yeah,
No,
that's Sean Navarro.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sean. We did some time at Fort Polk together. so yeah, he's
Steel didn't get up on there.
he's a little twisted, much like ourselves. He's actually the bass player in the song,
Okay.
in the intro song.
Okay, that explains a lot.
Yeah,
Them bass players, bro. You gotta watch out.
It
for
was
them.
it was me, Steele, and Navarro, like 3 peas in a pod. Like when we were in the military together, like that was like our crew. Like that's how we rolled everywhere.
I do want to say I just love how you were like we spent some time together, like you were in jail. Like
It's fucking pretty close.
yeah.
It's Fort
we
Polk,
did
so.
some time.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we did some time. We did.
So do you want to do this beer or do you
Yeah,
want
we
to
could multitask this shit.
multitask? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. So while we do this,
Hello, how are you?
like so, I found that. Did you guys see the post of the strawberry?
Yeah, I was wondering about that one.
Yeah.
With
It looked like a peanut shell.
I think it was just a dried leaf.
Yeah, it was definitely like a dried strawberry leaf on it. I think that's an IPA.
Okay.
5.9 ABV. The IBUs I think are 31. So, you all right there, bud?
A little shiver there from that.
You got to pee?
You want to rate that?
Oh, yeah. I think a 3. I can drink it. I just don't know how. It's got like an aftertaste.
IPA 5.9, 31, 3. Cool.
So, the strawberry, like I was just straightening up, cleaning. A little
By the
bit.
way, was it half of a strawberry or was it a full strawberry?
It was half.
Okay. Was it cut or like?
No,
I was trying to figure that out.
It was all right. So it was cut for a garnish, and
Okay.
I know
what it was for.
What it was for. I just don't know why it was where it was. Like,
It was on a piece of cardboard.
it was
wasn't
it was like so. It was like we have these big bags that go over speed racks. So like once she made the desserts.
Yeah,
it was
covered
it
up,
was
yeah.
a cheesecake with a little whipped cream, strawberry garnish, little strawberry sauce kind of deal. She loads them up on speed racks and puts the big bag over the speed rack, you know, instead of wrapping each individual.
Yeah.
So I was just straightening up the area that I don't like to go into, where we find all the saran wrap goodies, and I was getting a bag for a speed rack, and I saw it, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And like I went to like pick it up and throw it in the trash. But it wouldn't come off the box. It was stuck there. So I was like, well, how stuck is it? So I pull the bag out, like, so the top flips open and over, and like I pull the bag out for the speed rack, and I flip it back down, and that bitch is still on there, dude. And I was like, what in the fuck, man? Like, why? Or first off, like, how did it get there?
Right.
Someone placed it on that box. That bitch didn't just fly somewhere and like land on that box. Like someone was like, "Oh, this is a good spot for this." You know, like
This looks like it deserves a strawberry.
like, it's just like you're putting it. I'm gonna say saving it,
for
but
themselves, you know.
but still, like you're putting it on cardboard. Like you didn't you cut it on a cutting board. I'm assuming.
I'm just impressed that it like suctioned itself to that.
I wish I would have. Because like I took the picture of it because I was like, what the fuck? Like I gotta share this.
Like you should have done like a short video of like
Of
flipping the
trying-
top open and
of
like
trying to fucking get the strawberry off. Because like when I grabbed the strawberry, it was like peeling like a sticker off of like like it was like some cardboard came with it.
Yeah.
Like it was on there for a while, dude. In order for that, like so the juices had sucked into the box and then solidified, making an adhesive.
Strawberry glue.
So I mean, hey man, it's the thing. You know
That's a
what?
good product now.
We could probably totally market this to
Yeah.
kids who eat paste.
True.
And like Dooley.
Hey, we all ate paste when we were kids.
he sniffs it.
Did you say we all ate paste when we were kids?
Yeah.
You're on your own,
Yeah,
buddy.
I'm not.
Really?
I never.
I eat a lot of weird things.
Dooley's thinking about it.
Paste was never
It's
one
cool,
of them.
man. Elmer's is like
By the way.
it's non-toxic for
Yeah.
that reason.
Yeah.
IPA, 6.2, 60 IBU, and I'll give that a 3.5. I have an addition to this store.
To the strawberry story. Are you the one that put it there?
No, it's in the same area from where
More
he's
saran wrap
cleaning.
stuff.
Yes. And Jason, the restaurant manager, can validate this. I didn't take a picture because that just.
Come on, we need to have a collection of
Do a little, like,
plastic wrap anything by now.
montage.
a little slideshow.
So okay, the plates that we put salads on, the little clear glass sort of thing.
Salad plate. Yep.
Yeah, it was over there with 3 tomatoes, pretty rotten-ish looking, like they're
Like
wilted.
grapes, grape tomatoes, like whole tomatoes.
Grape
What
tomatoes.
did you find plastic wrapped? A strawberry?
The plate
The
with
other half of
3
that
tomatoes
strawberry.
on it.
The plate with 3 tomatoes on it was saran wrapped, and just left on the counter.
Like on.
Did you ever notice, like when
Were
you
they-
walk around that station, there's just random tomatoes placed in places? Like
Yeah.
this is a new thing that I've learned.
Are they like cherry tomatoes?
They're like
this
cherry tomatoes.
Is this like an egg hunt?
Yeah, it's like fucking Easter, dude. And like you just walk by and there's just one up on a shelf. Like what are you doing? Where you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna put that there.
In whoever's,
Just
whoever's defense on that, I have a feeling it was like they had it there and just let's surrender that for a second because I might need to make
Why?
another plate.
They probably saran wrapped the other 28 tomatoes in the
Why?
package.
Why,
I mean,
are
like,
why are you just putting a tomato on a stainless steel shelf? Why wouldn't it be on a cutting board or like
No,
with
it was
all of its
on-
friends?
why is there only one? Yeah, like wait,
no.
How do
it
you
was-
have a box? I got this one cherry
It was-
tomato.
It was 3 tomatoes and they were kind of wilted away a little bit.
Because they've probably been sitting out in the fucking hot-ass kitchen.
I'm assuming so because like I went over to the restaurant manager and she's in your office doing the schedule and everything. I'm like, just have it behind my back. And I'm like, hey, so guess what I found? She's like, what? I just pulled it around. She's like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, nope.
So that's it?
Yeah, I just don't know how long that fucking plate was sitting there. Surrounded
IPA.
with fucking 3 tomatoes on it.
IPA heard
5.4,
5.4
I
45.
understand like the
45.
new
And
thing
that's
with the
and what?
hiding
Two,
like
weird.
just the random tomato. Like
And the
and why
surround
is it
wrapping
all
of the
why is it
cherries
always
and-
tomatoes?
Or cherries.
IPA. I feel like we're getting yanked here. I'm gonna go with a 6.8, although it is very smooth. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give it a 55 because IPA. I'm shot in the dark on the IBUs, you know, and the IBUs. And I'm gonna give it a 4 because I do actually like this one's pretty good.
Survey says
Oh, this makes me very, very happy. Dooley didn't call it.
oh,
This
he
is
gave it-
Stone IPA.
He gave it a 3.5.
Damn, son! It is a 6.9 percenter. I was off by a.
Look
Gesundheit.
I was off by a sneeze.
Look at that dab over there.
It is a West. That's right. Destroy all bacteria. This is a iconic West Coast style IPA. Dooley, you should be looking up IBUs. I can tell you're
It's
not.
like 70.
So see, now that I can see your screen, I know you're not doing your job. Well, is it like 70 or is it 70?
All right, Dooley's calling 70.
Well, he's already called 60 on his. This is like his fucking beer.
Let me get another. Let me get another.
This is it.
71. 6.9 ABV.
All right, so I came closest without going over on ABV at 6.8.
Hey, more of that shit.
You only gave it a 3.5.
I know, right?
Dooley did come in closest with IBUs at 60, still 11 points off. I'm going to give this to myself.
See, and the only reason why I wasn't saying,
Hey, I said it was an IPA.
So did I.
I think so did everyone.
Yeah, everybody went IPA.
But the only reason why I wasn't guessing Stone is because all y'all completely banned Stone from being on the fucking table. So.
We've never banned Stone.
We just hate
We
that
just
you
don't,
know it so
we just
well.
don't tell you that it's there.
We don't allow you to pick Stone, is what it should be
Yeah,
put
let's,
as.
let's clarify.
Well, while we're on the subject of Stone, never-ending.
Yeah, I mean, pull it up. We
Forget
can
what
look
the
at
fuck that was
it
called.
because I've never seen it before. But somebody posted a picture on the gram.
Jason, are you done with how was your week?
No, I mean, really, the strawberry. I mean, I had a pretty lazy week, and like outside, like I already talked about my Monday. That was or Tuesday. Sorry, my Monday is Tuesday.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the best part of my week, being woken up 5 hours before you're supposed to be somewhere.
And it's Dooley's fault.
It's always fucking Dooley's fault.
Damn it, Dooley. All right, so I have a quick
Well, I'm
topic.
keeping up with my name.
I have a quick topic. Dooley,
You know how many times I fucking said that shit on the way to fucking work that day?
Dooley, you're going to have to look this up in a second.
35.
But before you look it up, I want to get into the debate of what is the definition of a cocktail sauce?
Of a cocktail sauce?
Yes.
Is this something that you already looked up, or is this something
No,
that...
I have not looked it up specifically because I want to know. I even have a little question here because I was
a two-parter?
I was doing well. What is a cocktail sauce? Like, what do you think the definition of a cocktail sauce is? And the reason I bring this up is because I had what I would consider a spicy tartar sauce the other night that was described as a cocktail sauce. Now, what I'm trying to figure out, because this became a debate at the table, was does a spicy tartar define as a cocktail sauce, or does a cocktail, like, were they saying cocktail as in like it's a cocktail sauce because it's coming with cocktail shrimp? You know what I mean? Like, what defines the cocktail sauce, and was the description
see
using
it.
cocktail sauce simply because it is a sauce for the cocktail shrimp?
Like, is a mignonette a fucking cocktail sauce?
Right, like,
Is that what you're like?
Yeah,
are-
essentially,
What,
yeah,
what
like-
are they all classified as?
like, does it have to have ketchup? Does it have to have horseradish?
Like,
What constitutes, you know, like, what can you have and what has to be in a cocktail sauce and what doesn't? You know, does a spicy tartar that has a little,
Does it have
you
to
know,
be
like-
spicy?
well, that's this.
Like,
just
to me,
the one
okay,
that I had was
like,
a spicy
to me,
tartar.
cocktail sauce is a chili sauce with lemon, horseradish, and I use a fuck ton of horseradish sauce. And now the chili sauce that I prefer, I actually don't use just like a straight chili. I cut it with ketchup, but ketchup, sriracha, horseradish, and lemon juice is my basic go-to cocktail sauce.
Okay, so the two I think most obvious things that I want to bring up are A, does it have to be spicy?
I think so.
It should be.
Okay, and then B, does it have to have ketchup?
Or a chili sauce.
Okay.
Because I don't believe the original recipe called for ketchup.
All right, so then I'm going to go with part 3, and then we'll look it up here, is tartar, without making it spicy, just tartar. Would you consider tartar a cocktail sauce?
No.
I wouldn't either, but that's...
I would consider tartar a condiment. We can go back down that
I think condiments, dressings, sauces.
Yeah, what's the
sauce.
difference between between a condiment and a sauce? Like, that was a great time.
All right, well, Dooley, I see you got something pulled up already, so I'll go ahead and start. Oh, look at you!
Second page, so we weren't paying attention.
All right, so the definition of a cocktail sauce is a cold sauce made with ketchup or chili sauce and horseradish, typically served with seafood. So now I'm curious. I'm going to have to...
6 plump shrimp.
I'm going to have to...
I like that plump shrimp.
I'm going to have to find out if there was horseradish in this recipe, because then technically it's made with ketchup. It doesn't say it has to be majority ketchup. Yeah. Technically, this spicy tartar, if it had horseradish, could be considered a cocktail sauce.
You guys are impressed that I pulled out that chili sauce shit, right?
Uh-huh. Well, you don't like ketchup to begin with, so
right,
I figured that's how you make your cocktail sauce anyways.
I mean, the ketchup has its place. Like, I mean, I understand, like, it's in barbecue sauce and shit like that. But, I mean, I'm just not fucking putting ketchup on a fucking hot dog, dude. I'm not putting it on a burger.
All right, so I got
sacrilege.
I got one other quick topic I want to bring up.
Did you use it with chicken tenders?
Fuck, you know what the condiment for chicken tenders are? Mashed potatoes, bitch.
With gravy.
Yep.
And some coleslaw mixed in it.
Fuck yeah. No, dude, no. Just no.
You were there, and then you were there more, and then you just shot yourself in the foot and fell all the way down.
It's funny. It's like, yeah, fuck you. Oh, no. I didn't hear that last part.
Oh, Jason, by the way, I don't think you would like this beer.
You're probably right.
No, it was the Victra hops.
Victra,
I thought.
yeah.
Victra.
Citra is the one that tastes like grapefruit.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so my next topic, and there's no real questions or anything about this other than what do you guys think about it?
Is it tied to your other topic? Because I have, like, when we started this podcast, I had written a note that kind of ties in with what you were.
The next one's really random.
Okay, because like when we were talking about the Dennis and the sweet chili sauce, like, you know how like it's common when chefs, they get stuck on an ingredient. Like, you know, there's like something that all of a sudden like Dooley was stuck on cumin for a fucking hot minute.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck on oregano.
So,
oregano.
Like chefs go through phases where like they get hung up on an ingredient, and like it ends up in everything. Mm-hmm. And like I have an executive chef, and he's a huge fan of sweet chili, so it's in like his fucking marinades. It's everything. Like, it's like, I mean, I get it because it's sweet and spicy.
Yeah.
You know, and like that he's trying, like, it's a one item. Does double the job.
For the flat irons, it does taste good though.
Yeah, I mean,
well, it has a good flavor to it.
Like, but he puts it in marinades, he puts it in sauces, you know, and like it's like one of his things. And also Montreal steak seasoning is in Montreal chicken, like, are his staples. I mean, I get it because it's a pre-measured mixture of spice
And Lowry's.
Yeah, well, yeah, fucking Lowry's. But have you guys ever been like, Alex and Dooley? I know Dooley has, but I was like, have you ever been stuck on an ingredient that just ended up in everything?
Yeah, cayenne.
Well, yeah, that's.
I mean, it doesn't.
Sugar.
Doesn't.
That's a permanent. That's permanent.
No, that doesn't end up in every dish.
95%.
No.
Salt. Like, it's stuck on salt.
Duck.
Honestly, salt goes in everything. I'll put salt in baked goods. I don't give a fuck. But that's not. Yeah, that's not. I don't consider that. Like, salt just goes in everything. That's not. That doesn't even count as a seasoning. It's just a given.
Yeah. That has to be there.
What's in there? There better be salt. I don't give a fuck. I just
And garlic.
maybe
not in your chocolate, but we haven't tried that yet. So
I mean, I put cayenne in chocolate. Garlic might be good. You fucking know. Get the black garlic. It'll be delicious. Dark chocolate and black garlic. Here we go.
Why's it gotta be black?
It just seemed like a better flavor. I don't know.
I do have one thing because
Fucking racist motherfucker.
you know some people have like collard greens or like if someone makes it all the time they have it their specific way and everything. So when we were doing the party yesterday, I was about to start painting it up and everything, and the executive chef said, "Hey, season it up. You know, they haven't really done anything to it. They just let it simmer down for a little while and everything like that." So they didn't put salt and pepper and stuff like that yet. He said, "We haven't done anything to it just yet. Go ahead and do this." So I started putting in our usual suspects, and then one of the cooks, you know what I'm talking about, he came over. He's like, "Why are you putting garlic in there? Why are you putting onion in there? Why are you putting that much pepper in there?" I'm like, "What do you put in there?" He's like, "Just pepper." I'm like, just pepper." Well, yeah. It tastes better.
So you stew down collards, and I'm
gotta
naturally assuming that they were using smoked turkey,
Yeah.
and then they just add pepper,
You need salt.
salt, vinegar. Vinegar is a staple in collard greens.
Yeah.
Right. Especially whenever you're serving, you got to have pepper vinegar.
Yeah, the pepper vinegar on the side.
Homeboy that was
Yeah.
talking to me.
I understand.
I was just like-
I understand the level that we're at right now when you're talking. I know who you're talking about, but I mean, I am also a fan that I build flavor. Like I'll season as I'm cooking it, and then adjust at the end.
Right.
I'm not seasoning it at the end. Like it's like I'm gonna season this shit all the way through the cooking process.
That's like cooking corned beef in water and then adding pickling spice at the end. Like, it's doing fucking good.
Because like I tried it before I even did anything to it, and it just tastes like collard greens. Like,
How do you corn your beef?
but I just thought it was kind of like
I mean, like when we go back and forth and things, but back to like
hearing a no for garlic in something is kind of like what?
yeah, that's there's no such fucking thing.
No,
as
garlic
that.
goes in everything.
Bitch, I'll put garlic on my ice cream. Fuck you.
Well, that's like when they
Hot
they
sauce.
used to ask me, and
Hot
it's
sauce.
like, Jason, is there garlic in this dish? I was like, I don't know. Did I make it?
Hot
And they're
sauce
like,
on your ice
yeah.
cream?
And I was like, you know
Yep.
damn well there's garlic in there. Like,
While drinking beer.
Car, what
what?
outside of cayenne have you ever been
I
stuck
just
on
blew his mind over here.
Star anise might be another one.
star anise?
And that definitely ties into the sweets. It was just when I first discovered it. You know, it's one of those
Not so
weird
often.
spices, honestly. And
It's not used that often.
I'm not a huge licorice fan, which I guess it is considered more of like a licorice flavored spice. But it
Yeah.
does a lot to imparting a secondary or an extra layer of flavor into like a strawberry sauce.
Okay.
Or like any really sweet fruit sauce.
Remember when we boiled the sausages
with the Blue Moon
Blue
with star
Moon
anise?
and star anise? That was fantastic.
My mom asked what she should do for a charcuterie board, and I fucking told her that.
Nice.
Like, I even bought the Blue Moon and gave it to her. Like, here, you just do it. Do it.
Trust.
She couldn't smoke them like we did, but now she can. My dad's got new equipment. Woohoo.
Hey. So, Dennis.
Yeah.
You ever found yourself stuck on a fucking ingredient that's going in like everything?
Adobo.
Well, can you go ahead and repeat what you just told me with your fucking ice cream?
What? Hot sauce and ice cream.
Hot sauce and ice cream while drinking a beer.
Right? Does that count as a seasoning? I think that's a sauce, sir.
Right?
When it says sauce in the name, I'm gonna say that it's a sauce.
It's a dressing.
And is it Texas Pete?
No, it's no, it's Cholula.
Leviathan.
Actually, I thought about trying that because I still had the Leviathan at the
You
house.
the Italian with
goddamn
Mexican.
crazy.
That wasn't that bad.
It was bad enough.
You want to put that in your ice cream, though? Like, I feel like ice cream is something you would eat afterwards to make you feel better. Like, oh, this is going to cool my mouth. You're going to, like...
Salted
Come on, ice cream. Come on, ice cream.
Salted caramel ice cream.
A little bit of hot sauce. I mean,
With
I
some
could
hot
see
sauce,
that.
yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, but then at the same time, I do drink beer whenever
So
I'm eating ice cream.
I drink beer
So
whatever.
adobo.
But yeah, like adobo spice and everything, like straight up like Goya
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah, I honestly I love the flavor I get out of it and everything. I use
Yeah,
it
Dennis beer.
especially like for vegetables and everything. Like whenever I roast my asparagus or any of the veggies.
Like when you realize, like, do you still do it?
I still use it, yeah.
Yeah, but like as heavy as you did in the beginning.
No, not as heavy as
like when you realized that you were using it all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Like
now it's only like
when you have like that
bit.
thought, you're like, maybe I'm overdoing it.
Nah.
Well,
No.
because like Dooley did a roast beef, and like he was like, try this, and I was like, okay, and like I was like, there's something Mexican going on with this shit, and he's like, it's probably the cumin. I was like, Dooley,
Roast beef with cumin?
And dude, I didn't even put that much on there. Like,
It doesn't matter, bro.
That's a strong flavor to begin with.
No.
I mean,
he was like, it's probably the cumin, and I was like, what the fuck? And that's like the other day, going back to the sweet chili.
Yeah.
Like Zoe, shit. Oh well.
okay, go ahead. Hold on.
He
You talking
dumped
about the-
sweet chili sauce in the marinade, and then I tried the roast beef. I'm like, something Asian going on. In this shit. It's like-
I will say, like, wouldn't it have been awesome if Dooley was the one to discover that roast beef with cumin was just amazing?
yeah, it's a secret.
I don't see it happening, but you know, hey,
mean-
Dooley's gonna find the next big thing by fucking something up.
like when I was doing top runs that way, like I was doing like, what was it?
Do we want to talk about the straw injections?
Wait, what?
Have you ever
I mean,
boiled your pork
okay,
loin
okay.
in nutmeg?
We didn't
It's
have-
amazing.
We didn't have a meat injector,
Don't listen to that. It's not true.
so I decided to take a straw and like a fucking.
What the?
Is
no,
this,
like-
is this a
It's like
metal straw?
No.
No, so this is a plastic straw?
He like cut a little slit, shoved the straw in there, and then like shoved
Dripped
like,
the-
the shit down it, like
I-
you're using like a toothpick.
I was
as, like,
trying to
the-
be fucking inventive. Like
I will give you credit. That's
MacGyver
pretty
over here.
fucking inventive.
That's MacGyver over here.
yeah, like I was putting like fucking.
like you walk by Dooley and there's just like straw sticking out of your beef, and you're like, what the fuck is he doing?
I was thirsty.
I would put a little bit of red wine down in there with the little fucking dripper and everything.
it's
like,
blood or yours. I'm drinking one or the other.
Tonight we dine in hell.
What about you, Jason?
When I first started,
garlic.
Well, I was honestly thinking garlic powder, onion powder,
No, like
but
when-
I feel
when-
like those are just
He doesn't
again.
like garlic powder.
when I
like staples.
when I
salt.
first started cooking, and like, you know, when the chef gives you leeway and you can actually start to do your own thing, was, and I think it's common that I overused rosemary, like in every like beef and chicken dish.
That's an easy one to do though.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
rosemary and thyme.
Yeah.
I mean, just like a hair too much, and it's like, woo!
Yeah, but like I put that shit in everything, and like I was the guy who was like making like rosemary salt. Like, and it's like, and like I realized, like, I mean, I probably did it for like a year. Like I was stuck on that shit, and then like, I mean, but like,
What does house salad need? Rosemary.
like when I was doing it, like, and when I realized that I was doing it, is like when one day you like way overdo it, and like everything just tastes like fucking Christmas. You know what I'm talking about? Like everything just tastes like fucking Christmas, and I was like, it's like now I rarely use rosemary at all, because it's just so strong.
Yeah.
And like, you know, and if I am using rosemary, usually it's like in a bouquet garni, and like so I'm tying that shit up and throwing it in there because like I'm pulling that shit back out. Like
Yeah.
I'm looking for the essence, or like if I'm using like a dried rosemary, I'll steep it in hot water, and just to pull the essence out of it, and then I discard the leaves and I just use the water, like so my rosemary tea water. I mean, I do go through phases, I want to say, especially like when it's something that I didn't like in the beginning because somebody mishandled it.
Well, see, that brings up a good topic as well. What spices do you feel are underappreciated? And I want to say underused because it doesn't have to be something that you use all the time. But like marjoram, that's a weird one.
Yeah.
You know, that's one that you don't find very. Is there mine might be tarragon.
Like I ran
Especially
into a guy who was an older cat, and he was like, "We don't have any marjoram in this kitchen." And I was like, "Dude, well, all right then, like fucking write it on the fucking order guide, and we'll get it. It's not like it's a super expensive spice here, dude." But then like we went to order it, and then like we had to special order it because no one uses it anymore.
Right.
And like they said, like, "Oh, that's an old man spice," and I was like,
I don't know about
Well,
that,
the
but
old man
okay.
asked for it.
"Yeah,"
so-
and I was like, you know, like those I don't even know what marjoram
It's great for Polish
for
food,
Polish food.
especially Polish kielbasa and everything. Yeah, making your own kielbasas.
See, like we got a little freedom. It's a little quieter than normal.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dooley. But like I think one spice, herb, whatever you want to call it, that is like underappreciated, I think, is cilantro. It can go. You can put it in a lot of places that are. Oh, let's do this real fast. So we got another round of the Hops Roulette.
Dennis beer.
Yay!
Yeah, see, I think mine's
But,
tarragon. Like,
I like tarragon with pork and chicken.
yeah, but I feel like it's got a lot. It's got a lot it can give. Like apples go really well with it. You could do like
Like you're talking about dried or fresh?
I think you got to go fresh on just about anything if you have the opportunity.
Well, I mean, I think dried oregano is better than fucking fresh oregano. It has more.
You know what?
oregano
I'll give you that
flavor.
one. I'll give you that one.
But like dry cilantro has nothing, or like dry cilantro or coriander.
You know, now that I think about it, you're right. There's certain ones that should be dried and certain ones that should be
Like,
fresh.
I mean, like a ground coriander, which is the cilantro seed, I believe. That obviously is better than the coriander seed.
Right.
Unless you're toasting them and grinding them yourselves. But I think cilantro brings like a freshness to dishes that people don't even need to know it's there. I hide it and shit. Like, you know, we'll add a little bit of cilantro to this, and it'll brighten.
Just put it behind the cumin.
It'll brighten. It'll brighten the dish. Like, so I use a lot of chopped cilantro, especially like in Asian dishes. I use a lot of cilantro.
I mean, it's got an almost citrus flavor to it. Like,
so
it's
it's definitely.
It tastes like soap.
I think the two.
okay. If you eat it alone, it really does.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
I used to hate cilantro though. I went to a Mexican restaurant somewhere in, I think it was North Carolina,
Then go bite a piece of
And-
cilantro next time you're at work and tell me it
and
doesn't taste
like
like soap.
the fucking cilantro that they put in their salsa was like, it was fucking real, dude. Like that's like all you could fucking taste. It like almost burned a little. It's like holy shit, that's a lot of cilantro. Like when you exhaled, I get the soap thing. Like it felt like soap was coming out of your fucking nose. Like it was too much.
So this is like the jalapeno poppers.
Yeah,
Or not jalapeno poppers. The jalapenos from.
yeah, from Lidl. Fucking Happy Farms or wherever the fuck, dude. Oh shit, I saw them bitches at the Teeter.
Oh, nice.
They had a bag of them. I was like, get the fuck out of here, man. I'm like,
Well, they grow good peppers.
dude, they grow really good everything.
Good job, Happy Farm. You're making us happy. All right, so which one of us is that?
That wasn't me.
No, it's
Must-
definitely me. I got a phone call from the Days Inn Marina. I don't know why.
Okay.
I don't know anyone at the Days Inn. All right.
Are you buying a boat that we don't know about?
At the Marina, bitches.
All right, so guesses on beer?
That's a toughie.
I'm gonna go stout. 5.8. 30 IBU. I'll give that a 4. It's not bad.
I don't know if it's... Is it a stout? I don't know if it's the stout.
Porter.
Actually, wait. Brown ale.
Oh, really, Dooley?
Because stouts always taste like coffee or chocolate or some shit like that.
It's got some chocolate notes to it.
Oh, you say chocolate, I was thinking coffee. I was going to say it's a coffee porter.
Yeah, I'm gonna say chocolate porter on that one.
No, I want more coffee.
Go 5.5.
We were good today. We did start our day off with coffee.
Say 25 for the IBUs, and I'll give that a 4.5.
Jason?
I'm going to say it's a
You going with coffee porter?
I think, yeah, I think it's coffee. I'm wrong, but it's probably a coffee porter. I'm going to say that the ABV is 6.8. The IBU, I think, is, let's go 39. I give it a 3.
I never like saying these words, but I think I'm going to have to agree with Dooley.
I don't see it being a brown ale though. Maybe.
It definitely has some kind of sweetness to it, but there's also a bitterness in there that I'm getting like an ale flavor from. So I'm also going to go more towards your IBU status. I'm going with like a 6.6. You know what? 6.5. I'm going to go with 35 IBUs, and I'm going to give that a 3.5. That's not bad at all.
there any more of that left?
So while he's working on that, Dooley, you want to... Shit.
This is Abita Brewing's Turbo Dog Brown Ale.
Hey, how about that?
I knew it as soon as he fucking picked that bitch up.
All right,
I
so
like Turbo Dog.
Dennis is the
I
only one that
bought
came
that like 2 weeks
under
ago.
on ABV. I definitely ended up going a little high. The ABV on this is 5.6. Dooley, Turbo Dog.
It's like one of the unsung heroes from Abita because everyone knows like Purple Haze,
Right.
but like Abita does good beers.
They do.
Like
Do.
28.
28.
Yep.
All right,
so
so
5.6. Is that what it was on the bottle?
yeah, 5.6.
And I had 25 for the IBUs too.
Yep. However,
I just said damn porter. Fuck.
I think I'm gonna have to give it to Dooley.
Hey, you got the chocolate.
Overall, Dooley kind of came in the closest there.
Yeah.
He got the brown ale. He went a little bit over on ABV, but he came
Still
in the
didn't get
closest.
stoned, so I'm happy.
I know he came in the closest on ABU as well. So
God damn it.
You want to pull that other real fast, Dooley? Outside of cumin, what other shit you get stuck on? You name it, and I'll probably tell you what you put it in.
Oh, the shit that y'all were saying, like
Sweet
kind of
touch.
underdog, seasoning and stuff like that. I would say allspice and cardamom pods.
We talked about allspice, and like the reason why they called it allspice was because they thought it tasted like all the spices.
Yeah.
It's not just a clever name.
I want
like-
to clarify because you got specific. Cardamom or cardamom pop?
Hello.
Hey, cups. Cardamom or cardamom pods? Like, is it specific to the pods in particular?
I feel like it
Cardamom,
makes the actual
the
cardamom,
pod.
like the stuff inside, more potent because you have to crack it open and everything.
Okay, so I'm just like
So it has a
again
little bit more
specifically
freshness.
fresh versus.
Yeah. Because I
Okay.
usually put that in what we like to call Ramsey rice. We put star
What?
anise. Yeah, we put salt, pepper, star anise, cardamom pods, crack them out. A little bit of saffron, and I think there's something else that we put in there. But yeah, it's usually if they're paying a good amount for their buffet, we're like, yeah, let's spice this shit up a little bit.
All right. Well, while we have a break here or a moment,
Yeah.
I'm going to bring up my next topic before he gets back to the table.
Or do you want to do a?
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay.
This will tie in. Trust me.
I missed the whole segment. God.
So I was watching some YouTube the other night, and I came across
Get out of town.
they was doing the oldest known organisms on planet Earth, and
That's some random ass shit right there.
it was. I like to watch a lot of random shit.
Jason's favorite thing to say.
This
Can we
happened
eat
to
them?
tie into our podcast, though, and so I love when a random topic that I find happens to tie into a podcast. But one of the oldest known living organisms
Octopus.
on the planet
Oysters.
was yeast.
Ah.
From 45, I want to get this right, million years ago. And they are now using it to brew beer. I am not kidding
means,
about that.
That means that they're still
Well, I
important.
mean, they were using yeast to brew beer in Egyptian times.
I know, but a beer company has bought this 45
Oh.
million year old yeast strain and is literally using it to make beer.
Is it Brewdog?
No, it is
Because that sounds like some shit they would do.
Dogfish head.
it is fossil fuel beer.
Good
Fossil
name.
Fuels beer, sorry, and that's fossilfuelsbeer.com if you want to check it out. It only looks like they have 2 beers right now, and I'm not even sure if you can purchase them yet. However, they have a Saison called Batch 006, and it has what looks to be an aquatic dinosaur on it, skeleton of it anyway. And then the last one is
Dorset.
brewed with a simple American 2 raw-based malt and hopped with a neutral-tasting hop magnum. This beer is brewed specifically to showcase the unique and vibrant ancient yeast profile of AY108, our oldest yeast dated to the Eocene epoch, some 45 million years ago. They also have a Saison, as I said, that was the first one. So, I mean, I don't know what style AY108 is. It doesn't say.
Batch 1.
But I guess when you have a 45 million year old yeast, who gives a fuck what it is? You just- the draw is obviously that you have a beer made from a 45 million year old organism.
How fucking much do you think that shit is?
Well, as I said, I don't. You can click on it. I don't think it's for sale yet, though.
No.
I did some.
Got a nice cork.
I did some looking. Their
Champagne
website
cage.
Their website needs some help. I'll say that. Right now, their website's just not cutting it.
It's just
But I will say, if you're interested, one thing it says it's coming soon, and I don't know how old this website is or anything like that, but it says it's coming soon. They're actually selling the yeast.
The yeast.
So like literally, they have like a little bottle that you can buy of the yeast. So they're obviously replicating this 45 million year old yeast, and as a brewer, you could buy that and create a 45 million year old beer.
A sourdough. Ooh.
I mean,
Like
if they ever put a price on it, we can find out. I'm down. And by the way, I do want to say again, I think their website has some problems, but looking at this on a computer, it looks a lot more functional than on a phone. So if you do want to check it out, I suggest going to a computer. But yeah, fossilfuelsbeer.com. Again, I don't think they're quite selling yet, but I'm interested. If you're listening, Fossil Fuels Brewing, I want to try your 45 million year old beer.
Hell yeah.
That sounds stale.
We
but...
do accept samples.
Yeah. Hey.
We could send them a
email.
Yeah.
All right, we'll save that page and we'll do it after the podcast.
Oh yeah! All right. I mean, those are that's what I had for today. So you want to try this next beer real quick, and then
Oh, look, another Dennis beer.
this could.
Ooh, that's really dark. Yeah, that's definitely like a stout or a porter.
Hello, how are you?
It's tough to tell from the smell when they've got like a.
Well, while we're on some weird ass facts, did you know that Mount Everest now has its own 4G wireless network?
What?
Why?
I mean, that's actually pretty fucking awesome. I mean, I'm assuming if you get stuck at the top of the mountain, you can call somebody like, I need a helicopter in the next 2 hours, or I'm dead.
They
shit,
put it
or-
up there so people could post from the top.
Right? Yeah, like selfie.
That's some shit Cullen O'Brady would do.
It's literally, it's sad. They used to be, people would be like, you had to walk halfway down the mountain before I could post my selfie. Like, oh man, you can't post it immediately? Your fear should be not dying and running out of oxygen, not posting your selfie.
But first, let me take a selfie.
All right.
First, let me take a selfie.
Well,
You ever wonder how many people like make it to like 3/4 of the way and just find like a peak somewhere?
They think,
Like-
they think they made it.
Or no, like they
Or they
know
just-
they didn't, or they just stop and they're like, oh, this looks high enough, and like turn around, take a photo, like, yeah, I made it to the top. You're not really there though. Like,
Now, it's, hey, with the 4G, like now you can pick up your GPS coordinates.
I was
and
gonna
all that
say,
shit,
like you gotta actually do like like save the GPS coordinates when you take the photo. Like, nah, bro, you weren't at the top.
I know
It
exactly
says you were at 11,600 feet, not fucking 16. You got 5,000 feet to go. Wait. I don't know how tall that mountain is, by the way.
Yeah, we're just throwing out fucking numbers there.
It's probably more like
Dooley could fucking search it.
26,000 feet or something. I don't know.
It's over a mile.
I don't know how long a mile is, do you?
Uh,
It's farther than I want to run.
200,000 feet, something like that. 260,000 feet.
Okay.
Is it a mile? Something like
200?
that? I think so.
At-
Maybe 20,000. I don't know. Fuck. Man.
Well, if
I used to know when I had to walk them bitches.
I'm pretty sure.
It's like
All right. Well, he's looking up whatever the fuck he's looking up.
I got one that this one came to me through a fucking email. So if you want to dabble into this shit, and I believe
5,280 feet in a mile.
Okay, I was close.
200,000. Yeah.
I was thinking about how tall fucking Mount Everest is. Where is it, Billy?
Anyway.
Like you scrolled like halfway. All right. So this one, we talked about this a little while ago. And Dennis, you go first on this one. In a reservation setting, like fine dining / like holidays and stuff like that, you know, like the Mother's Days and all that good stuff. Is it okay to ask a table to leave for camping when there's other reservations behind them? Like when I say camping, like they've already paid, they are no longer being a patron, they're just sitting at the fucking table bullshitting, like, you know, how people do, and like they're sipping whatever.
Is this a holiday? Like,
Yeah.
in a holiday or a reservation setting, like, you know, in like a fine dining establishment where like there's seatings, you know what I mean? Like, all right, so we got a reservation for tables 2 at 6, and then we have a reservation for table 2 at 8, and now the table has arrived. And, you know, you give them 2 hours, right, for like a fine dining setting, like a 2-hour meal.
larger tables, 2.5 to 3.
Yeah, so I'm saying, like, So now the 8 o'clock party has arrived, and your 6 o'clock party is still fucking there. Like, is it okay to ask them to leave?
Honestly, I think yes. Or worst case scenario, like say, hey, would you like to, have a seat
move
at the bar?
to the bar?
Yeah.
No, you just start vacuuming around them.
You can't do that whenever you got customers.
You're in the middle of dinner service. Like,
You just break out the pistol and start going around their feet.
real quick, before you run, real quick, what beer do you think this is?
I really have to pee.
I do too,
think
but
it's a
I have to
stout.
write this down. So let's go.
No, it's a porter. Shit, man, that's really sweet. 8.2 ABV.
Woo!
I think the IBUs are probably in the low 30s. I'll go 32 IBU. I give it a 2.
You are allowed to pee, sir.
I want some more of that. That's good.
Okay. Well, what do you think it is?
The Hershey chocolate porter,
I thought that too.
4.8. Is it 22? I give that a 5.
Julie?
I'm gonna go chocolate porter, 5.5%. Gonna go with a 40 IBU, and I give that a 3. That's not bad. Hey.
I
No.
I don't like how Dennis is so adamant about that.
Did you happen to check beer for Tri-Cities? Do you know if we're good on Dennis's notes?
No, I told her to
Pretty
text
sure.
you, but I'm pretty sure she didn't catch you since you're here. I'm gonna go with fuck. I'll go with a chocolate porter. God damn it! Watch it be coffee, and we're all wrong. I'm gonna go with a 5.8 ABV,
It's too sweet to be coffee porter.
28 IBU, and I'm gonna give that a 3.5. It is
Not Hershey's.
Precious Beer Project Vizkiz, Vizkiz. There, Dooley. You know what? I was fucking debating this, and it is a stout with vanilla, cinnamon, and
VIC.
lactose.
VIC?
Vizkiz. Vizkiz. One word. Vizkiz. Precarious Beer Project. Did I say precious? I think I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. I was not paying that much attention. But again, this is a stout with vanilla, cinnamon, and lactose, so we were all wrong on the porter front. I know we were kind of jumping back
It
and
said
forth
Imperial
between that.
Double?
No.
That's-
What?
It just said Imperial Double on the thing. I'm like, wait a minute here.
I was going to say I don't have that yet, but it's only 7.8%, so as a double, that seems
And no
a little
IBUs.
low. But
Says no IBU. We can see if there's somewhere else.
Okay, yeah.
no one's getting that point. Nobody went stout, and nobody.
It seemed really sweet to be a stout.
Well, it's because it's got that lactose, vanilla.
So it's a milk stout.
Yeah. I don't, wait, it said it's a whatever. It doesn't say what it
Said
is on the
was an
can.
Imperial.
It's from the Sticky Stout series, though. If you want to make things weird.
The Sticky Stout series.
I didn't name it. I just read it.
So are we in agreement that you can ask a table to leave? Is that where we got?
Oh. Okay, so when you're making reservations,
Go back down a little bit.
are you, like, is this...
Don't
would
reserve
you-
the table for the whole fucking night.
I know, but
know.
as a restaurant, when
Uh-huh.
you're making reservations, this is why I said this is a holiday or
ABV,
something. Like,
though.
do you have... would you like the 6 o'clock, the 8 o'clock, or
that's
the 10
different.
o'clock seating?
Yeah.
Like, you said, fine dining as well. Like, would you like the 5, the 7, or the 9? Those are the seating times, and if you know that going into it, I have 2 hours to eat. So, like, if it comes up on 7 o'clock, or let's face it, probably 6:45, you got to clean and reset a table. Thank you for dining with us. It's time to get the fuck out. I still don't think it's necessarily right to ask a table to leave or even move unless absolutely necessary.
Like if your other reservation is there and they're waiting.
Right, and that's, again, if it's put to them as in, like, would you like this block of time, or this block of time, then I think it's fair to say, like, I'm sorry, but, we have our next reservation coming in. Would you like to move to the bar? The real trick is if you're fully fucking, like, there's people at the bar, there's nowhere for them to go, then you do just kind of have to be like, I'm sorry, we have our next reservation coming in. But I think if it's put to people in a way that it's basically like, would you like the 5 to 7, whatever, the time frames, then I feel like it's acceptable to ask them to leave. But if you just make a reservation and then you go in and like 2 hours later somebody's like, hey, we need you to go, like if it's just a Friday night, like if it's said to you like, hey, we have another reservation later, you have to finish up by this time, because I've said that to people call with like parties, they're like, I have 30 people coming in at 5, and I'm like, well, you can't be there past 7. Like I have a party at 7:30. I need to clean, reset, sweep, blah blah blah. Like I need 30 minutes with that room. So if you come in at 5, you have to be done by 7. Is that acceptable?
Or you could be a passive aggressive asshole like Marco Pierre White, start clearing the table, and then take the tablecloth off and everything else like that. And then it's like,
you know what? That brings up another good question, because I think if I own the restaurant, my response might be a little different.
Yeah.
I'm like, thank you for coming in. Was it delicious? Yes, excellent. I'm so glad you enjoyed your meal. Get the fuck out. I wouldn't quite be that.
I need to turn this table because I'm still trying to make money.
I wouldn't quite be that aggressive, but yeah,
You're not renting the table for the night, bro. Like,
if you say past your time, 30 minutes, gotta give me $10.
so me and the producer and I went out to dinner one night, and it was a nice establishment, and like we were, the bus is here.
Yeah.
We
It's right on time.
yeah, every fucking time. So we're the ones who will order an appetizer as we continue to look and make decisions on what we want to eat. But the server wouldn't take our fucking order.
What?
Until we told her everything we fucking wanted. And she was like, no, this is the way we have to do it. Like, and we've been here before. This is not our first time there. And because, like, we always, get at least one appetizer at this establishment because their fried oysters are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
That's a go-to. We're getting that. We know that going in the door.
Yeah.
They have an amazing she crab soup, which sometimes the producer gets, sometimes she doesn't. It just depends on her mood that day.
Yeah.
And, there might be, a charcuterie board or something else that comes along. We're not going to eat all this, by the way. We are usually full before the entrees get there. But for the server to not put in our appetizers until we decided on our dinner entrees was weird.
That's ignorant.
And like
So
I
you're
understand.
trying to flood the kitchen?
I don't know, because like you want, I guess the chef to course out our meal, but we wanted it while we were making a decision. But she would not put our food in, like while we're trying to decide on our entrees. So then I felt kind of rushed on my entree decision.
I'm trying to feel in if you're eating out, like you should never feel rushed unless you're done, tabbed out and ready to go.
And we're talking about we just sat down.
Yeah, I
like,
know.
and we're gonna get a couple cocktails.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get at least the oyster app. That's a given. That's a staple.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the reasons why we're here.
When I get in the building, just put that in.
Yeah, when we walk in, before we sit down, on the way to the table, can you go ahead and put in that oyster app?
Should we be like, we're only here for the appetizer, so that's our, and then be like, oh, shoot, you know what? I do want a meal. Can I see that video?
It's kind of like some Tom Segura shit. It's like, oh, you're all settled in now? Ready to get the fuck up and get out? Like,
because I like to graze over an appetizer or two while I'm making choices.
Yeah.
I mean,
I understand.
Because I get there, and like I am the guy who wants to know about your fucking specials because they do really cool shit. And like I had like a scallop entree or app that came out one time, and it was like literally like on the shelf.
I think
like,
I know where you're talking about.
I mean, I love the restaurant, but that one time, it's the only time it ever happened.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was because of we were in like a holiday setting, like because it was around Valentine's Day, but it was not Valentine's Day. So it's like they were talking about how like we could hear them discussing like how many reservations they had for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
So we were there pre-Valentine's Day because we work in the industry and we work on Valentine's Day.
What are you doing for Valentine's Day? I'll be at work.
I'll be at work. But it was just weird. It was just weird that they made me order the apps and the entrees all at one time, and it's never happened before.
There's a reason it's an appetizer. Comes before the entree.
But like,
I'm gonna order this while I figure out what the fuck else I want to eat.
So the chef wants to course it out. Like, I really feel like she didn't know how to send something and then reopen the check.
That's pretty bad.
Are you new here? You need some help? Like, I can ring in my own shit probably.
Well, if you're new here to the Team Fat Kid podcast, we'd like you to check out Stitcher. And now a word from them. Well, us. For them. Stuff.
This podcast is brought to you in affiliation with Stitcher Podcast Radio. Head on over to Stitcher.com/premium and sign up today for only $4.99 a month. Use promo code TeamFatKid for get 1 month absolutely free. Stream and download all your favorite podcasts, such as this one, Team Fat Kid Choose the Fat, Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend, My Favorite Murder, Wolverine, The Lost Trail, Alex's Favorite, Bitch Sesh. You get the Fantasy Footballers, Science Rules with Bill Nye, and many, many more. We're talking 21,000 premium hours of podcasting. That is 2.4 years. You get all the bonus episodes. You get the ad-free shows. You get Dooley's favorite 300-plus comedy albums. You can check out all the new releases before they come out. And just remember, all you have to do is head on over to Stitcher.com/premium. Sign up and use the promo code TeamFatKid. Test it out for a month, absolutely free on us. Thank you for listening. We'll talk to you guys in a little bit.
So I kicked a soccer ball into the wrong net one time.
I want to know what the hell that sound is.
All right, then.
Me and Jason had a conversation about that yesterday.
I was playing soccer and I had this sweet ass breakaway going the wrong fucking way.
How old were you when this occurred?
Oh shit, man! I was
31.
No, I was probably 20.
No, I'm not.
Oh, old enough to know.
Yeah, fuck yeah! I was well old enough to know.
I was waiting for it to be like, 7.
I was in the military. You know, where it's just like a pickup game. And so we were like, hey, everybody's gonna go play soccer, and I was like, yeah, I suck at that, but let's do it anyway.
You were bright.
And yeah, and then I was like, definitely everyone's like, I was last picked. Like going in there, everyone knew that
Jason,
I wasn't.
Go for a header. Oh, it went over.
No, but I broke away, dude. I fucking got the ball and I was like, no one's around me. It was like I stole a pass and I was just excited. And,
Run into the goal.
Dude,
Jason
I remember right before, in hindsight, I remember right before I kicked the ball, I heard, actually it was Zapnik was his name. He was an amazing soccer player. He was the captain of our team that day, and I was like, I can still hear in the back of my mind, Fosse, no.
And I told Jason when he was telling this story yesterday.
I love how that's your segue, by the way. Just coming off the commercial. So I kicked the soccer ball and wrong net one time. Right?
I was like, so literally right when your foot connected to the ball, you're like, hey, that's our goalie, isn't it?
That's what I was wondering. Did the goalie yell at you? Did anybody try and stop you aside from the captain, or was everybody just like this fucker?
I don't know. It's that moment, when you're running with the ball and I'm not good, so that takes concentration.
Right. You're looking at your feet,
looking
you're
at my
watching
feet,
the ball.
looking at the ball, I'm doing all that, and I know there's no one around me for at least 10 feet. It's I'm good. I've got this.
So there's 4 seconds of looking at, I've got 4 seconds of concentration while I figure out what the fuck to do next.
Yeah. And it's all right, don't kick the ball too hard. Because I'm very good at kicking it well over the top of the fucking goal. I'm field goal status in the NFL. You know what I mean? The crossbar right underneath that. Okay, got it.
So you were just setting this up. You had it all
in my
you're
mind,
in your head, just working it out. All right, it's gonna go low. I'm gonna kick it to the right corner.
Yeah,
you got it all planned,
dude. And it was the most beautiful kick I've ever had.
Of course it is.
And at that moment, okay, so we're playing a pickup game. It's all of our friends.
Things are always beautiful when they go horribly wrong.
Yeah, Carlton was the goalie, but I hang out with him all the fucking time.
Was he doing the Carlton dance?
And the other goalie might have been fucking Steele for all I fucking know. But these are people I don't fucking know. You know, like
I could totally see Steel.
like-
I was
It's not
going to
like-
say that. I feel like that would be a good position for
it's
him.
not like we're wearing different colors. You know what I mean? Like everyone's just wearing what the fuck ever.
Right.
You know?
I could just see Steel at the other goalpost on the ground, laughing in a fetal position, just going, "Fucking Fosse!"
But dude, like it was like it had like a nice little curve on the ball and everything. Like the goalie attempted to block it. In my head, he might have just been like, "Fuck it," you know, like this asshole.
Did,
You
wait,
know?
wait.
He
Did
did not.
you do the?
Oh, he did.
Did you do the soccer run after you scored the goal? Goal!
Oh no, because like as like my foot is connecting with the ball, I hear no, and like
It clicked.
it clicked, but it was way too fucking late. Like, the ball is sent. Like, you know, it's like that's like NASA being like, "Oh shit, we messed up on that math." Like that shit's going somewhere. Like
Straight into Saturn.
Yeah.
You're just,
3, 2, 1, lift off. Oh shit, man! Did we miss a decimal? Like
Was
it's
it-
too fucking late now.
was it the Mars rover that fucking just like slammed itself into the surface?
It's
It
supposed
was
to
like
program
they-
in feet, but they
and
programmed it in
meters,
meters.
yeah.
Yeah. $93 billion fucking whoopsie.
Ooh, but yeah, so that fucking really happened to me.
Hop,
Well-
skipping a billion fucking light years away is where they're going.
Last beer?
Last beer?
Last beer.
It's got a weird smell.
Yeah, it does.
smells pretty.
Well, it smells like butterscotchy.
That's not a bad flavor description either. It's not exactly butterscotch, but it's got a...
That's a cider.
Yeah? Yeah?
You know, it'd be really fucking cool if this was like a caramel apple cider. Ooh. No shit. Damn, someone's gonna steal that. Sam Adams, fuck you. That was my idea. We at least get a free case, right? Like,
Or two.
Or two. Or three.
it's not bad.
No, it's actually pretty good.
It's in your wheelhouse of the sweets.
okay. Not generally where I go for beer.
This is
but
this
yeah,
is this is like a dessert beverage.
I don't ever look at a beverage as a dessert. It's the main course.
All right, so who's going first?
I will. Not. I'm gonna say cider. I'm gonna go with a
Illegally.
7.5%.
Look, this is the quickest he's gotten through a beer ever. Let him go.
Like you. I'm gonna go with a 20% IBU, and I'll give that a 4.2.
I think it's a pear cider. 5.
Damn you.
5.5 ABV. The IBUs, I guess, are like 3. I give it a 3.5.
Damn, I gotta ride his coattails. Pear cider. I think it's like,
Where y'all getting pear?
You don't taste
Have
it?
you ever had a pear cider?
Pear seltzer.
Yeah. 5.6 for the ABV. I'll say 10 on the IBUs. I'll give it 4.5.
Ugh.
It's like a fine wine.
It's carbonated. I was about to say carbonara.
It's like a carbonara. Those eggs are delicious.
I do kind of get like a golden pear. I don't know if I want to go pear cider though, because I don't want Dooley to be right just on the fact that he's the only one that went fucking cider. I am gonna go pear cider. I feel like there's still something else in there.
It's like a vanilla note or something, right?
There's something in there. I'm gonna go with 5.3 ABV, 18 IBU, and I'm gonna
I'd be
give
mad
that a
as
4.
fuck if this is like a caramel apple cider after I just made fun of it.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah,
Is it a cider?
it's a caramel apple
Are
cider.
you fucking bullshitting?
Swill Dog Hard Cider, Caramel Apple, semi-sweet cider, gluten-free. Surprisingly high on the ABV, 6.9.
Oh, wow.
Cider notes: sweet caramel apple finish taste, sweet caramel apple pie, smooth tannin. I doubt we're gonna find an IBU on this, but if you do, great. You want some more?
Little.
I want more of that.
What was it again?
That's good.
Well, might as well just give me that.
Yeah, just take it. But yeah, ironic as fuck because I really was like when he said butterscotch, it made sense, and I was like caramel, I could see that, and then it was like caramel apple, but it tastes more like golden pear than apple. So I'm curious what kind of apple they used.
I didn't think there was a fucking caramel apple fucking.
I wasn't surprised by that at all. I'm surprised that you guessed it and none of us went with it. Because
I didn't think it was a thing.
At first, when you were like, somebody's going to steal that idea, I thought you went one of the four of us, or one of the three of us. And I was like, honestly, it's not a bad guess. But I don't know. I got like golden pear.
You think it's like a. Is it a Granny Smith, you think?
I really want to know what apple they use.
It doesn't have the tart, though.
No.
Maybe it's like a golden apple?
Or
I mean,
or even a Honey Crisp.
That's what, yeah. That's actually a really good idea.
Either way, that was good. All of us gave that. Jason, you went the lowest at 3.5, but everybody gave that above an average.
Perfect combination of apples.
No, I mean,
Caramel?
I just love the fact that it was a caramel apple. You're like, it's caramel apple. Yeah, well, it is.
Still that
That's
damn
a
you,
lot
Sam
of
Adams, but it was Swilled Dog. It's not bad.
All right, well,
it's not overly sweet. Hey, it's gluten free.
Yeah, I said that earlier. Because that's important to us. Yeah, no IBUs.
So
not
much-
surprising. 6.9%. So,
Is that it?
Dooley was close, but not close enough. Dooley came in at 7.5 on the IBU.
I think we went with the pear because we were looking for that like caramel note that you would get.
It was
in an
yeah.
overripe
Almost.
pear.
There was a complexity in there that definitely. I mean, as I said, I feel like the golden pear is really all I thought of. Like, it seemed too simple, and obviously
Like to me,
it was
it's like
too
the
simple.
brown spot on a pear.
Yeah,
It's like that super sweet
Yep.
bite. Like that's what I was getting. Like in
I
my
see
head.
where you were going with the pear cider.
Definitely
just
I definitely had the caramel apple right. But
Yeah.
like, I didn't think it was a thing.
It's a caramel apple pear cider. Caramel pear apple. Whatever. Anyway,
Candied pears, is that a thing?
yes, candied pears should be a thing. If it's not, well, we can make that a thing. I've had curried pears; they're delicious. Anyway, thank you all for listening to our bullshit this week because we love to bullshit for you. If you are listening on Monday, then don't forget
we have
that
an announcement. We have an announcement hopefully on Thursday.
we should. But if you are listening on Monday, don't forget we've got some smoked things going on today.
we do. Plus
We've got
we
a
have-
barbecue sauce ready.
Got cheesecake too.
Yes, we do. It's going to
Yes.
make me happy very shortly because it's been longer than an hour. We're ready to eat that cheesecake. I'm ready to eat that cheesecake. Anyway, thank you guys for listening. As always, you can check us out on Facebook.
Team Fat Kid.
You can check us out on Instagram.
Team Fat Kid Nation.
You can check us out on Twitter
At Team Fat Kid 1.
and YouTube.
Team Fat Kid.
As always, you can find us on www.teamfatkidnation.com,
That's where you can get your Stop Being a Creeper yoga pants.
as well as, of course, your Team
I
Fat
put up
Kid
the
knife.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord is up on Team Fat Kid's website, so you can buy the Praise the Lord
T-shirt.
T-shirt.
Nice. Excellent. All right. So until next time, guys, thank you for listening.
Praise the Lord.